Hi, this is Andrew Moore-Crispin for Gadget TV on Butterscotch.com, and today we're taking a look at the HTC Incredible S, aka the S710a. Now you can get this guy unlocked for about $600. We will put the contract pricing in the show notes on Butterscotch.com, so check there. Now this is running HTC Sense 2.0, running atop Android 2.2, aka Froyo. So if we go into the settings here, we can have a quick look at the Android version. I believe it's 2.2.1. Now we're going to be stuck with this version of Android for quite some time. The reason for that is HTC Sense 2.0 really does kind of alter a lot of how Android works. The base stuff is all present and accounted for, but it adds in a bunch of different features. So whether it's worth it for you, really a personal decision. What we're really getting here is how HTC thinks that you should use a phone, and it really is a pretty compelling offering. So we can do things like this, which is where we pinch to zoom out. Here we have access to all of our home screens. We can tap on any one of these to go to that home screen, or we can tap and hold and rearrange them like this. Put this guy back in the center home screen here. And we can also tap on any one of these to go to that home screen. Scroll through like this. Now this pinch to zoom out functionality happens in several places across the phone, most notably in the browser, which we'll open up here. So here we're on Google. We can zoom out like this and tap plus to add a new page. And we go to any page. We can go to butterscotch.com, or we can go to, let's see here, we'll go to mobile.zoompass.com, which is one of the ones that is in history. Now at any time we can zoom out like this, move through our pages like this. We can have up to four browser windows open like this, and we can at any time tap one to close, tap one to go back into that. Let's do a quick hardware tour of the device. On the front here you can see the speaker grill. One of my favorite features of this, it's really a silly little thing, but a touch that no one else seems to have done. We can see the capacitive touchscreens running across the bottom here, home, settings, back, and search. If we turn the phone from portrait into landscape, the buttons actually turn with us, which is, like I said, a little feature, but really a nice one, and something that just kind of shows the attention to detail that HTC has taken here in building the Incredible S. Now on the side of the device here, we have our volume up and down rocker. We also have a micro B USB charging port down here. And on the top here, we have our power button and our headphone microphone jack. On the back here, we have an 8 megapixel camera with dual LED flash. This is the speaker grill in here. And on the front, we also have a 1.3 megapixel cam, which we can use for face-to-face video chat where supported. Not many apps are really supporting that yet, but when that actually hits, we'll be able to do it. Now, one little neat feature that I kind of liked, if we take the back off here, and again, a small little thing, but you can kind of see a semi-translucent plastic case here that kind of gives you a little bit of a glimpse into the phone's guts. So, like I said, a small feature, but neat nonetheless. Now, if you're a fan of HTC Sense, the 2.0 uses a lot of the same sort of actions and gestures and all that kind of stuff that we saw in the previous version of Sense. But we also get several new features and basically just an overall improved interface, faster to use, and all that kind of stuff. So we can tap here. This is basically where we go to customize our phone. So now you can see we have scenes, wallpapers, skins. Tap on skins here. We can basically, well, not basically, we can fundamentally change the look of the phone. So HTC, this is the basic HTC skin that you would see on most phones. So here we have an option for wood, we have metal, we have blackboard, we have slate. The wood one's kind of neat, so we'll try and get over there to select that one. Now it takes a couple seconds to apply. But when we come back up, we'll see a fundamentally changed interface. Many of these themes will actually change the clock and all that kind of stuff, so we'll go in there and actually have a look at some of the themes are called scenes in this case. So now you can see if we're a world traveler, we can have side-by-side clocks, a bunch of different options here. So we can just tap on any one of these to select, and that will change our theme. Now, in addition to these themes and all this kind of stuff, we do get also some HTC-specific widgets. So we can have a look at some of these widgets that are running in here. You can see anything that says HTC is going to be an HTC widget. There will be some improvements over some of the Android widgets. Android widgets all too often are very static things. You can choose between a 1x2 or a 2x2 or maybe a 2x4. But beyond that, not really much option to customize. Not so with the HTC widgets. So if we go and find the, let's see, the Mail widget, you can see we can select between a couple of different options on how we want our Mail widget to look. We can see previews of mail as it comes in. We can actually see the latest message and all this kind of stuff. So a neat touch and unique to HTC Sense. Like I said, we get a real kind of just a different way of interacting with widgets on our phone and a little bit more option to customize and basically build the kind of operating system, the smartphone operating system that we want to actually use every day. One final note will be about the Music app. Let's go in here and find that. Oh, I guess when we're in the business style, they're like, you don't like to listen to music. So we'll have to actually go in here into our applications and find the Music app. Let's see, Music. Now, it gives us very much a cover flow style look at our music. Anyone who's used Android for a while will know that the stock Music app on Android is kind of lame. So you're really going to want to go in anytime you have a stock Android device and find a music player that actually offers a little bit more basically visual flair and a little bit easier way to interact with your music. I like the fact that HTC has thought of that and kind of offered just a better way to interact with your music. Now just before we wrap up here, just give you a quick rundown of the specs of this phone. We're running a 1 GHz single-core processor. As I mentioned, Android 2.2.1 with HTC Sense 2.0. We have 768 megabytes of RAM, 1.1 gigabytes of internal storage, and we can expand via micro SD up to a 32 gigabyte card. I mentioned the front 1.3 megapixel and the rear 8 megapixel cam with dual flash. That rear cam is capable of shooting 720p HD video. So that's a quick look at the HTC Incredible S, aka the S710a. For Gadget TV, I'm Andrew Moore-Crispin. For more sweet stuff, visit butterscotch.com.